Today we're going to talk about the ideal temperature and humidity for your guitar, specifically acoustic and classical guitars. And it does matter for electric, but especially since acoustic and classicals are pretty much all wood, it's going to affect it more. So first let's start by talking about what's the ideal range. The ideal range, I mean, it's somewhat subjective, but I would say about 65 degrees to 75 degrees being the highest. Anywhere in there is going to be ideal. Humidity is probably even more important than temperature though, because humidity is going to be what causes a lot of issues, especially in the winter time. If you live somewhere where it gets really cold and really dry, you're going to run into a lot more issues than in the humid weather. And as far as humidity levels, probably this 45% to 55%. I would say even down to 40% is probably fine too. But anywhere below 40% is going to be getting too dry. Anywhere above 55% is going to be too humid. Now, what happens if your guitar is left in the cold and dry weather, and especially when it gets really cold and really dry? Well, what's going to happen is your guitar is going to get cracks in it. This is normal. It does happen, and even sometimes it will happen even if you are careful. But right here, I just want to point out, so this right here, that is a crack from dry weather, like dry air and the temperature was really low. And then on the back, it's a little bit harder to see, but there's a crack that goes down the seam line. It's maybe hard to catch on camera. But both of these were repaired professionally. We have a wonderful luthier. But what you're going to notice is typically when it does happen and it's not repaired, you can press down on one side of the crack and you're going to notice one side will move and the other side will stay put. This one, because it was repaired, if I push down, there's no wiggle room because it's been repaired. If your guitar does get a crack in it, you're probably better off trying to find someone that knows what they're doing. I would not suggest, if you're just starting out, to try to work on crack repairs with guitars. It's not an easy process. It's not even something that I really care to do myself because it's very time consuming and you have to have the right tools. I don't have an example of this here in person, but what happens if the weather is really hot and really humid? Well, most likely what typically happens is underneath the bridge, you're going to get a big, almost like a hill. Like you're going to notice there's almost like a belly is what they call it. They call it a belly right underneath the bridge. And oftentimes when that happens, the bridge itself will start to actually lift up and you're going to notice there's a gap between the body and the bridge itself. And that's also another repair I would say you really want to have a professional do because it's not easy. Typically it involves taking the whole bridge off and reclamping and re-gluing. And then again, it takes expertise and it takes the right tools. So now a lot of people don't have the ability at home. You may not have something that automatically humidifies your house. So if you don't have something like that at home, what can you do to protect your guitar? Well, first I would say by having a hard case, that's going to be a start. That's going to keep it from being the same humidity or temperature as in the house. You can't really control the temperature, but they do make gadgets for keeping the humidity levels in your guitar case. I'm going to show that to you real quick here. Here's just one example of one that you can buy in the market. This is essentially, it's a damp it sound hole cover. So it's the first option, and this one's been used, but it's a damp it sound hole cover. And essentially what this is, these are sponges inside this right here that's going to go into the acoustic. And you can just simply get these damp and kind of wring them out a little bit, but that's going to give the inside of your acoustic more humidity, especially again, like what I said, in the winter time. This is for the winter time when you're in cold weather and the air's really dry. You want to have something in there to keep it humid. And so this is just one option. There's other options. I don't have it here, but there's another one where it just simply, it's a plastic piece with a sponge as well, and it drops right down into the sound hole. And I'd say when it gets really cold, you probably need to redo that every 2 or 3 days because it's going to kind of soak in that humidity. If you don't want to buy something, you just want to use something around the house, a really cheap way of doing it would be, especially if it's in a case, you can just literally get a Ziploc baggie, get a sponge from Walmart for like $1, and do the same thing. You're going to wet the sponge, wring it out, and then you can just poke little holes in the Ziploc baggie. In most cases, we'll have just a little compartment you can put the sponge into. And that won't be as good as something like this, where this goes into the acoustic, but when the case is closed, that humidity is still going to be staying in the guitar. So that would be a really good option too. Now, what's even better than those options would be a humidifier, or in the summertime, a dehumidifier. Right now, we're kind of in between seasons, so we're phasing out our dehumidifier, but I'll at least show you what we have here right now, which is our dehumidifier. This, again, like we're in the fall, and I have it set to 45% humidity. And right now, even though it's set at 45%, on our reader right here, we're at 51%. So it's nice to, if you have a dehumidifier or a humidifier in your house running, it's good to have something that you can reference. That's why I like having a separate unit that will actually read it. These percentages on these machines aren't always completely accurate, so it's good to kind of have a cross-reference. Yeah, so if you plan on having either one of those options, I would plan on having both a humidifier and a dehumidifier, just depending on where you live. Now, the last option would be, and this is actually something that we're working on here, we're going to have before the winter starts, which we're excited about, is it's an in your HVAC system, which ours runs off of gas in the winter time, which already gives a little bit of humidity, but there's actually a way that you can put a humidifier into your HVAC system. This is going to be the most expensive and most extensive, but in our case, since we have hundreds of guitars, it just makes sense for us to be able to have something to where we can go to the system, say we wanted to have 50% humidity at all times, we can set the temperature, and then every guitar is going to have the same humidity level and temperature as well. Hopefully this video helps and kind of gives you a better idea why you need to be careful about temperature and humidity. And again, if you have any questions or any ideas for videos, please post them below.